that's it for the indie question of the week. We're going to be moving on to our midweek wrap-up. We had a little bit more entertaining things this week.
I was in approval of almost everything in the midweek this week.
Yeah, I mean
except for Slater Gator.
Yeah,
I don't like them.
Well, and there was other things too. We opened up with Ambrose calling out Rollins. Obviously, didn't get what he wanted because he wasn't on Monday, and he said that he was doing promotional stuff, which was the only way that Triple H could get him away from Rollins. Why didn't Rollins cash in?
Because that's what I was thinking of. If he cashed in one, he'd have to fight Brock Lesnar.
Ah, that was smart.
Yeah,
that was smart on
Seth
Rollins.
Get injured.
Yeah, all right. But Ambrose would get Del Rio instead.
Which, thank you WWE for changing Del Rio's versus screen picture.
He is no longer Alberto Del Petto. He is officially Alberto Del Rio. Well, actually, Alberto and Tenso.
Yeah,
because he was a very
intense picture.
Yeah, very intense picture. We'd get some little banter back and forth between Ambrose and Del Rio, and we would get our main event for main event.
Main event's main event?
Yes.
Whoa.
Moving on, we get the Usos defeating Ryback with the New Nation at commentary again. They're definitely watching the Usos, and they like
maybe they're watching Ryback.
Well, Xavier Woods was making comments about how Ryback wasn't going in with a plan. He was talking about plans. That there was it's very important to have a plan so you can achieve that goal. And Ryback obviously isn't a team that would go in with a plan. They just go for it. Which again, Ryback would lose to the Usos.
Ryback doesn't know the meaning of the word plan.
Well, I mean, think about it. They formed their tag team because they both decided that they didn't need Paul Heyman. That's the extent of their planning.
That's fair enough.
Paul Heyman, what's he ever done for anyone's career?
Yeah. But, we get the stare down between the Usos and the New Nation. Definitely setting up for a potential tag team run. In more tag team news, Slater and the Gator.
Just Slater.
Slater and the Gator.
Fuck the Gator.
Would defeat the Dungeon Broskies.
Tyson Kidd.
Tyson Kidd and Zack Ryder. It was a good match.
Yeah,
except for when Titus O'Neil was in the ring.
I support that team, the Dungeon Broskies. Don't support them losing to a team that has Titus O'Neil on it.
Even if the other half of the team is Heath Slater?
I don't.
The
like
other
Heath
half of the
Slater.
team could be CM Punk.
I don't like Heath Slater enough to make up for that. Slater's fine. I like him. Not enough though. Like, you're basically asking me if I like Heath Slater more than I like Zack Ryder and Tyson Kidd.
Yeah. Sorry, Heath. I tried.
No, nothing against Heath Slater. We like you, Heath. Just get a partner whose face doesn't look like a horse and who doesn't bark like an alligator. Alligator barks.
Wait. He's built like a horse.
He's a gator and he barks.
He's a gator, but he barks.
Horse face barking gator.
He has.
That's a animal that hasn't been discovered yet. The horse faced barking gator.
Moving on, we get our main event: Dean Ambrose versus Alberto Del Rio.
Calm down. Calm down. Breathe.
It was a good match.
Who's Fraba?
It's been a while since I've cared about a Del Rio match. But going against Ambrose, it's easy to care about, whoever is in the ring with the person.
It's easy to care about them because they might get hurt. From the crazy man.
There were a few spots that were kind of clumsy. I feel like they didn't really get a chance to talk over the match. But I think this is the first time those two have gone one-on-one. So yeah, I can't think of another time. So I mean, it was the match was okay.
You said
Can you speak up?
Disqualification.
It's okay. The first step is admitting it.
I accept the fact that the Rollins Ambrose feud is going on. Why? Couldn't. I didn't even be okay if Del Rio beat Ambrose. Ambrose then gets up and hits dirty deeds on Del Rio, but then gets attacked by Rollins.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where.
who's booking? Vince Russo?
Yeah,
No,
that's what I think.
he's working for TNA.
Okay, somehow this
Which
is
is
still.
why TNA's getting kicked off by TV.
Somehow this is still Vince Russo's fault.
Yep.
But no, I think it's one of those
All
things.
Vince Russo's fault.
I think it's one of those things where Dean Ambrose won't let Seth Rollins cash in. So Seth Rollins is retaliating by interfering in his matches. I don't like it, but I
Find a
think...
better retaliation. Seth.
Yeah, because he didn't interfere in the no disqualification match.
Yeah, that was dumb.
He attacked after the no disqualification match.
He let Ambrose win and then tried to
Wait,
beat
no.
him up.
Yeah.
He did attack during the match. Ambrose just took him out.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
No.
Because he attacked him over the barricade. Because I remember my thought when it happened was disqualification. Oh wait, no, it's no disqualification match.
Did he really?
I don't remember.
I believe
remember
so. Post in the comments.
All I remember is the powerbomb on the chairs.
Yeah.
That was
That
awesome.
match was just one painful blur.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, Dean Ambrose would win by disqualification.
He wins via Dairy Queen.
Yeah. Up next, we had a really good episode of NXT.
Very solid.
Very solid. Some simple matches, but still a good show. We open up with Tyler Breeze, who didn't know he was having a match.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Defeating Angelo Dawkins.
And then getting on the mic and saying that he didn't want a match.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't even
came
come
out
out here to wrestle, but he came out to let us know the monumental news. He wanted even the Uggos. He wanted everyone to know that we've been wanting it. We've been asking for it. He finally submitted his music video into the documentary category for Oscar nominations.
This is big news.
This is great.
Even the commentators were elated.
Yeah. I mean, the crowd lost their mind when he said that.
There was a thank you, Tyler. Clap, 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 clap. Chant.
But after saying that he put his music video in for Oscar nominations, he was going to show us the music video again.
And I was excited.
I was excited for
I
it.
was ready for it.
I've seen it. God knows I've seen it a lot, but
I watch it in my sleep.
I'm always excited to see it again.
But instead we'd get the NXT champion, Adrian Neville.
Who's also fun to watch when he's wrestling.
And we would get
And good banter.
really good banter between the two of these. Neville's wondering why he hasn't cashed in for his number one contender spot yet. When's it gonna happen? When do I get to beat you? Blah blah blah. And Tyler Breeze would go, "Oh, look, I'm getting a call from the director of The Hobbit. You're needed back on set." And
To which Neville retorts with, "Your mom."
that's funny because before I came out here, I got a Snapchat from your mom. Apparently, you're not the only member of the Breeze family who likes to send selfies.
Your mom jokes. Thank you, NXT, for bringing your mom jokes back.
He did it, and he made it current. He made it funny,
Yeah.
and then he would leg drop the shit out of that microphone.
Yep.
Because-
But not before kicking the crap out of Tyler Breeze's stomach.
Yeah, kicked him in the stomach and tried to get him with the drop kick thingy, and ended up just leg dropping the microphone.
Yeah.
Sorry, we wish the microphone a speedy recovery.
Yes. We've heard
This-
it needs to go into surgery and have some circuitry attached.
This might be some build-up. This might be build-up for another feud. later down the
That
line.
microphone's gonna come back and it's gonna want an NXT championship match.
Yeah, I'm the next big NXT live event. We're gonna have Adrian Neville versus Microphone.
Mike Rophone.
Mike Arphone.
Mike.
Mike Arphone for the NXT Championship match. It's good though.
So up next, the most irrelevant member of Total Divas would come back to TV. Jojo's doing an interview.
Yeah, you know what though? I'm excited to see Jojo.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, when they had the very first ever Total Divas versus the rest of the Divas match, Jojo did a wrestling move.
Yeah.
Eva Marie did.
Why isn't she on TV, but Eva Marie gets all this TV time?
Well, what I heard was that JoJo actually wanted to get trained and get better.
Yeah.
So she didn't
Thank
want
you,
to be on
JoJo.
TV.
Thank you, Jojo.
That's what I heard. That JoJo was like, no, I'm not ready to be a wrestler. I want to get trained.
That's awesome, and she's good at these backstage interviews. You know, she's talking to Natalia. It's weird because like she brought up Adam Rose to Natalia, and I think it was right after we had the graphic that Adam Rose is going to be on NXT tonight. Because he was putting out an open well, I guess he was. Well, no, he wasn't putting out the challenge. It was Natalia was talking about how Adam Rose is exciting, and then Tyson Kidd comes in, he gets all jealous, blah blah blah.
Adam Rose is a joke.
And
I hate my life.
he challenges. That's Finch Ward.
I mean, wife.
Tyson Kidd, I hate my wife. Tyson Kidd would challenge Adam Rose to a match later. He would tell JoJo and Natalia to find him, let him know that he was challenging him to a match on NXT. Up next, thank you for doing your best to erase that god-awful title match you had last week.
Mm-hmm.
Because we would have Charlotte, the NXT Women's Champion, come out to face the new
And
improved, energetic, rock star-looking Becky Lynch. Thank you for not doing the Irish jig. That was bad. This is way better. I love
whatever was the catalyst for this. If Becky Lynch was like, "No, guys, you're dumb. That's not going to work," or if the writers were like, "No, we're dumb. That's not going to work." Whoever called the writers dumb, thank you.
Well, you made mention while we were watching it that this is more like Becky Lynch.
Yeah, this is more so Rebecca Knox, the original version of herself. High energy, high spirited, dancing around, not so much doing what appeared to be the typical NXT thing for a minute and embracing your heritage. Russia Rusev, Irish Becky Lynch, the French Legionnaires.
Yeah.
For a minute there, I thought we were going to have like some sort of European faction, but no, that's good. It almost was like, with the fact that they have her hair dyed red, it looked like a throwback to Lita.
Yes,
Yeah.
she was very, very Lita-esque, especially in her entrance.
And, so...
Really solid match between the girls. Charlotte would win. She's, obviously she's still NXT Women's Champion. But still, this was a great showing for Becky Lynch.
The ending is what threw me. Because, she worked over Becky a little bit, and then Becky had her good comeback spot, and then Charlotte whips her to the buckle, and Charlotte charges in, and Becky goes for the foot in the face, and then Charlotte caught the foot and did a leg breaker in the corner, and then proceeded for the next 5 minutes to work over Becky Lynch's leg,
Yeah.
and then beat her with her flipping cutter move rather than using the figure four after spending the entire match working on her leg.
Here's the thing: is I think,
Keeping you on her toes.
yeah, I thought it
But
was
she
good.
couldn't be on her toes because her leg hurt.
Yeah, well, no, and I thought about
My
that way
leg hurts.
is she worked over the leg so Becky wouldn't be able to use that high energy that she has.
She'd a good leg, but she can't kick out. with that
Yeah,
leg.
she'd be slowed down, and so then I think when Becky was down, and Charlotte saw, okay, this is my moment, she took advantage of the fact I can use my finisher, and that can ensure me a win, which is what she took, and it was a great match.
I enjoyed it.
Way better than last week's debacle of a title
Good
match.
job, ladies.
Speaking of champions, up next we'd have the Ascension. In typical Ascension form,
They ate another.
destroying another...
Can we go prior to this match?
Oh, yes.
They made the announcement. Renee Young and Byron Saxton and middle guy who I don't
Tom
like.
Phillips.
Whatever. I guess slightly better than Alex Riley.
You're cool, Tom. I like you.
made the announcement that starting next week we are going to have a tag team tournament.
Oh, yeah.
This is
full
awesome.
of excitement. We love tag teams. We love tournaments.
This is so good. I'm excited for this.
Tag team tournament to determine number one contenders to face the Ascension.
Yeah.
Which to me, I'm like,
The Ascension.
honestly, awesome.
Get this shirt. It's awesome.
Awesome if you're like, oh yeah, number one contenders tournament. We win and we get a title shot. But at the same time, like, I'd be pissed off if I won a tournament and they're like, here you go,
You get to
fight the Ascension.
I'd be like,
Yay.
oh, fuck you. I'd walk away.
I'll take my title match whenever the Ascension loses to somebody else.
Yeah, I'm gonna Tyler Breeze this.
Yeah, I'm gonna Tyler Breeze it. I'm gonna wait.
Until the Ascension gets beaten by the APA from the
Yeah,
past.
because that's what I was just thinking. Do you really want to wait? Because whatever team you face now is the team that beat the Ascension.
Touche.
Yeah, I guess it just gets worse from here. I am predicting a Vaudevillains win.
Yes, I agree.
I don't know. It's a toughie. I mean, we don't know all the teams. I'm assuming there's an 8-team tournament.
Yeah, we have obvious teams, which we'll get into in a little bit. You know, we got the Legionnaires. We got Enzo and Cass.
The Lucha team.
Callisto
Sin Cara.
Yep.
And then we have the Vaudevillains.
Yeah, we have the Vaudevillains.
We have the newly debuting team that debuted this week on NXT, the Mechanics.
Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson, the Mechanics.
And then the newly formed team of Bull
Team
Dempsey,
Red Bull.
Bull Dempsey and some other guy who I don't know what his name is.
Team Red Bull.
I'm predicting that they're not going to win the tournament.
No, I think you know. Let's move ahead. We'll talk about these extra teams that we've got coming in here. The Ascension would defeat Mac Mays and Steve Cutler. Which Mac Mays
Didn't even get tagged in the match.
I'm hesitant to say that they beat both of them.
He just got knocked off the apron. That was it.
Yeah,
They beat the first guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't beat two guys. They beat one guy while his friend watched. Horror.
That sounds like a fight in an alleyway. It was like
That.
we beat up this dude while his friend watched.
Ooh.
I think that describes.
At least they didn't beat
The
off his
Ascension.
friend.
Why do you gotta make it weird?
I don't know. It's my job. I like to make everything weird, you know? The accents, too.
Was that Canadian, Irish, or Scottish? You had like
Yes.
Okay.
That's a weird thing to ask me.
But the Ascension would have a really good promo after they destroyed Steve
I'm not
Cutler.
going to go on and say that it was a really good promo.
It was really quiet.
It was a whispery promo from Victor.
Until Connor got the microphone, then he yelled.
Total annihilation.
Great. Moving on to the next. We had a backstage segment where Bull Dempsey, even though he didn't want to, he realized that he was looking for a partner for the tag team tournament, and Mojo Rawley
Who was the guy who was initially having the promo?
which I don't remember which promo was. Oh, he was trying. He was
Well,
trying
he
to
was
get.
talking about needing a partner too,
Oh, Jojo.
and he wanted to team with Jojo so they could be Team Mojo Jojo.
That
That would be the only thing Mojo Rawley has ever said that I could get behind.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. I heard the Mojo Jojo. I was like, oh, yeah, and then he didn't do a Mojo Jojo impersonation.
He probably
so I was
doesn't
like,
know what
fuck you.
Mojo Jojo sounds like.
Probably not.
He
He's a
probably
football player.
he probably just said it because it sounds funny. He probably doesn't know about Powerpuff Girls.
Probably not.
Why are we talking about Powerpuff Girls on fucking?
Because they're more entertaining than Mojo Rawley.
Anyway,
Because I'm pretty sure they
Stay
wrestled
hyped.
in an episode.
did they really?
I'm
6-man tag with the Rowdy Rough Boys.
Yeah. Remember that now?
I don't know.
No, it was because it was the mayor. The mayor was a former wrestler, and no, it wasn't the Rowdy Rough Boys. It was the freaking hillbilly, Fuzzy Lumpkins.
So the Fuzzy Lumpkins.
Yeah, him and
Alright.
his family wrestled the mayor, and then the Powerpuff Girls helped.
What the fuck just
Remember
happened?
the Wrestle Lord episode on Dexter's Lab when they had to dial M for Monkey?
Yeah.
The Wrestle Lord was voiced over by Randy Savage.
Yes.
That was awesome. And he beat up all the heroes from the entire universe, including their knockoff Justice League.
Yeah.
Which was Valhalla was the knockoff.
Yeah, it was
Rockstar
Valhalla, Major Glory,
and
the Infraggable Crunk.
The Infraggable Crunk, which was like a purple Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
And then Monkey finally beat Wrestle Lord.
I have no idea what just happened.
Wrestle Lord.
So Bull Dempsey would be asking Mojo Rawley if he, as much as it pained him to say it, he needed a tag team partner. Mojo needed a tag team partner. So let's give it a shot. And you better not screw this up, or you're gonna feel the wrath of the wrecking ball more than anyone ever has before.
I'm gonna sniff this one out ahead of time and say we're gonna get a Bull Dempsey Mojo Rawley feud.
Yes.
Coming
I have a feeling Bull Dempsey's gonna be pulling the heel card.
Let's have Bull Dempsey just beat the fuck out of Mojo Rawley.
Which he did already. That was like his debut match on NXT.
Yeah.
He beat.
But I just mean more of that.
Like, to be honest though, I need a tag team partner. I'm probably not going to go on and accept the guy who I was able to crush in my debut match on the TV show.
Yeah.
So, just saying.
But we would get. I'm calling them Team Red Bull. I don't care what you guys say.
Go for it.
Team Red Bull would take on the debuting Mechanics, which we were talking about earlier. Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson. Really great in-ring technicians, which I guess is their. That's the idea behind. Yeah, the Mechanics. They study their opponents. They make sure that they know the weaknesses. They exploit the weaknesses, and they take those people out.
And they leave nothing behind.
But when you're going against a team like Bull Dempsey and Mojo Rawley,
there's a lot to try and take with you.
They're significantly bigger than the Mechanics.
Yeah.
Mechanics. What I said is the Mechanics was the answer to accidentally not signing the American Wolves,
which are now in TNA.
Yeah.
We're getting a TNA.
Done fucked up on that one, WWE.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think WWE's sweating the fact that they didn't.
No, but
sign them, but they would have been a great addition.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would have enjoyed watching them on WWE, but they probably wouldn't be getting as much TV time on WWE.
Probably.
No, but
well, they're not going to be getting as much TV time on TNA,
which we'll get to that in just a second. So yeah,
I'm laughing.
So Team Red Bull would win. They're obviously going to be moving forward into the tag team tournament. So it's should be interesting to see.
They might move forward. They might get eliminated in the first round.
Well, they're still moving on to the tournament.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting to see what other, potential teams they have, waiting in the wings. What other smashed together teams they.
So if you take into consideration the 6 teams that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Including Dempsey, Jojo, and the.
Dempsey Jojo?
Yeah, Dempsey Jojo. Sounds like a country singer.
It does, actually.
And the Mechanics, who debuted, that still leaves 2 open spots. You could think you could have Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel.
That'd be good.
I mean, there's a lot of different combinations.
Adam Rose and Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn and any other babyface there is.
Adam Rose.
Adam Rose and the Bunny. I'd like
Adam Rose, Captain Comic.
Adam Rose and William Regal.
Yes.
Another thing I'd like to think is maybe like the way that Natalya and Alicia Fox came down from the main roster to be in the Divas Championship or the NXT Women's Championship Tournament. Maybe we could have the Harper and Rowan come down.
I don't see that happening. Not Harper Rowan.
I don't see any other tag teams from the main roster that would.
Right. Yeah.
No.
Ryback. So.
Maybe Ryback.
Yeah.
So.
Slater Gator.
Maybe Slater Gator. But somewhere along the lines, in the way of the main roster, a team or two.
What if Stardust does it and they win the NXT title?
That's their thing.
Yeah.
They're not talking about the Usos at all. They're talking about the Ascension.
Oh, they're making poor life decisions.
No, that's it. The NXT tag titles are gold.
It's true. But
They don't want copper.
I think it'd be great for one or two of the teams to come down off the main roster.
Yeah.
Because that gives the little bump to the NXT tag belts.
Yeah.
That it's perhaps not getting because the tag champions are just eating everybody up over and over and over again.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I don't see it being Harper and Rowan, but I could be wrong. We could.
Yeah, Harper and Rowan seems the least likely, but
Yeah. It should be interesting. I mean, we maybe we'll get Diego and Torito.
maybe we'll get Zach.
Actually,
Ryder
you know
and
what?
Dempsey.
Diego and Torito against Kalisto and Sin Cara would be a really good match.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun to watch. I want to see. I'm gonna say WWE book it right now. I want to see Kalisto and Torito 1-on-1.
Oh.
There'd be lots of spinnies and flippies
Lots of flippies.
and some crotch wiggling. So I'm not excited for that part, but the flippies and spinnies, yes.
Yeah. Moving on, Bayley would be doing a little backstage interview, talking about how a few weeks ago she actually beat Charlotte. She
Yeah, she
has a
did.
win over the women's champion.
But then Charlotte's like, don't go there, girlfriend.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
she's the champion. Sure,
She's genetically better.
Yeah, she. Ric Flair.
Kudos. I look at your daughter and I immediately go, woo!
You can't do anything else.
I
So
can't.
there's
It's annoying.
There's definitely some build towards. I think Bayley might take the title off of Charlotte.
That'd be cool.
I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I'm definitely
I don't know
saying
if it's gonna
Bayley gets the next title shot.
I don't think
for sure.
I don't think it's gonna happen right away, but I think Bayley's gonna be the next person they push.
I hope so.
True. Maybe Emma.
Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she doesn't have that. And they're not gonna put her on Raw very often. Then we get our main event where Adam Rose would accept the challenge to Tyson Kidd.
No.
Adam Rose would give his lollipop to Natalya,
Natalya put it in her mouth.
and Tyson Kidd didn't like that.
He was upset.
Well, if you had a girlfriend and she put some other dude's lollipop in her mouth, would you be mad?
I would.
Probably.
And I have a girlfriend. I would be mad,
I'd be
and I am.
extremely upset.
I'm gonna be honest though. If it's Adam Rose, I might try to use that as a way to go on the Exotic Express.
That's fucked.
If she's gonna take his lollipop, I'm gonna go out with the jacket girl, red jacket
God.
girl.
We had a really good match between Kidd and Rose.
Yeah.
Definitely the longest Adam Rose match we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, and a little bit more aggressive out of
Yeah,
Adam Rose
yeah,
than
I-
we get sometimes. We
see,
get that mule kick thing in the corner that he
Yeah,
did.
that move is
Rude.
rude.
Yeah.
That is the only word that describes that move. He got that from William Regal though, because if you go back and you watch William Regal against Cesaro, William Regal does the same thing. He's a lot more vicious though.
Well, he's
Uh, Yeah. So Adam Rose would defeat Tyson Kidd. They've been using the Natty distraction. Like Natty has been the issue for Tyson Kidd losing, which
Yeah,
is why
this
he
one
keeps.
felt like it was stretching it though because he went to the outside of the ring so he could pick the lollipop up off the apron to, for some reason, bring it back into the ring.
Yeah.
To get small package.
Yeah, this is definitely the most forced Tyson Kidd losing.
You're stretching my limits of my imagination.
and then Adam Rose won with a roll up.
Fruit roll-up. Fits his
He's not gay
gimmick.
though.
No.
Rico does a fruit
No,
roll
he does it. It's a fruit roll up because he.
Darren
that's
Young
how-
does. Darren Young does. a fruit roll-up.
No, he calls it the fruit roll up because that's how he beats the lemons.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay,
I was thinking because he has fruit flavored lollipops.
that could work too. But then we get Natty's trying to let Tyson know that she still loves him, and Tyson keeps brushing her off, and we get a Natty's better chant to
Yeah.
end NXT.
Natty's better. We've had Natty's husband during the beginning of the match. Natty's husband. Middle of the match.
Natty's wife.
Yeah.
Ouch.
That one.
Which again, I'll say, why isn't this a main roster feud?
NXT thought of it first.
Okay. JBL thought of it.
Yeah, JBL's like, I have this idea. Not
Jericho invented it. No.
And gave the
JBL's
idea.
like, I have this
to
idea. I'm not gonna tell anyone. I'm just gonna ask if I can use Adam Rose for a couple of weeks. Or for a week.
But yeah, definitely a great match. A lot of chemistry between the two. I have a feeling we'll get a rematch.
Hope so.
Yeah.
That's a rematch I would support. Wolf seal of approval goes on that rematch.
If I had a stamp graphic, I'd put it on there, but I don't. Alright. So rounding out the midweek wrap-up this week, we got the news that Spike TV will not be renewing the contract with TNA.
So, what do you think this means for TNA? 'Cause I'm not sure where they can go from here.
I don't know. I think it could go one of two ways that you were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking earlier. It could go one of two ways. This is either a really good thing for TNA, where they can say, okay, let's find a new platform, and let's just change our products. Like, I feel like this would be a good way for them to revamp everything and really do something that the fans will enjoy. At the same time, if they can't find a TV deal at all, this is it for TNA. If they can't find a TV deal, TNA is done.
Possibly. Unless they become a YouTube exclusive show.
I don't think that would work.
Me neither.
Not
the
for-
idea of them trying.
Yeah, I mean,
I bet they would try.
There's a lot of different options they could try. Because they could try being YouTube exclusive. They could try getting a deal with, say, Hulu Plus or Netflix. Both of those systems also have their own exclusive TV shows.
They could try to get a deal with the WWE Network.
Which means
Vince will be the Pokemon master. He will have caught them all.
needless to say, this is a tough time for TNA, and as much as we rag on TNA, we understand that TNA is important in wrestling.
Yes.
Competition
Because-
is important.
Yeah, because that was the biggest thing about what they call the new era when WCW got bought, is that wrestling got stale because there wasn't competition.
That was the driving force why they split Raw and SmackDown to two separate shows. They wanted to create artificial competition.
Yeah, and it worked.
It worked to an extent,
Yeah,
but
it could only go so
it
far.
worked when Paul Heyman was the head writer on SmackDown and really saw it as a competition.
Well, yeah, because you could believe that Paul Heyman legitimately wanted to beat whoever, he always wanted to beat Eric Bischoff. And if that was his only choice, he was going to beat Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
And, competition aside, the fact that this could be the nail in the coffin for TNA, there's a lot of great guys who work for TNA
Yes.
that, per se, won't be out of a job because they'll be in demand on the indies, but at the same time, guys
won't-
like Davey Richards, Eddie Edwards,
Who just got signed.
yeah, and other guys who were like developing X Division guys, and other guys, former WWE guys like Mr. Anderson and Team 3D and stuff, like their exposure is gonna drop.
Well,
But people like Mr. Anderson
I think-
and people like the Dudleys, they're coming back to WWE.
yeah, like they have a home.
Yeah.
It's guys like Austin Aries who I'm worried about, who
Bobby Roode,
Yeah.
James Storm.
James Storm.
who are great wrestlers,
Eric Young.
who deserve a spot in WWE.
Abyss. I don't think WWE would pick Abyss up.
No.
No, that's a problem too. Is I see there being a lot of some of the best, most established talent out of TNA that WWE wouldn't pick up.
Yeah. It's they'd either just ignore them, or they'd absorb them and they'd get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
That's
In other news, maybe foreseeing what happened. I don't know if I brought this up on last week's episode, but I know I talked to you about it at one point. On Twitter, a few weeks back,
Oh, yes.
Samoa Joe and Triple H mutually followed each other, and then about 6 hours later mutually unfollowed each other simultaneously, which the only benefit that would have is the ability to private message the person. They didn't tweet to each other, but they followed and unfollowed each other roughly around the same exact time, both, that day. So there's a lot of rumors going on around maybe Samoa Joe's trying to get into WWE, using Triple H, who is basically the driving force now behind seeing new talent enter the company.
Yeah.
Because, I'm going to be honest, I don't think we ever saw this big of an influx of new talent come in.
no.
Well, Vince was,
Yeah.
honestly, except for, when they absorbed WCW.
Right. That's the only comparable thing.
Well, and right now, the indies are WCW. because that's where the talent is coming from.
Yeah.
That's that's where you get Neville. That's where you get Zayn. That's where you get Steen, Kenta, Strong, Devitt. All these great indie stars are getting their shining moments now because, especially with how terrible TNA has been doing lately, not a lot of people want to choose that. Like,
Right.
the Wolves chose TNA because WWE said they didn't want them. So that was the only other option for them to go. TNA jumped on it, and the Wolves weren't going to say no.
No.
Because they're going to get paid better at TNA than they are on the indies. But it's just, this potential loss of TNA could be extremely detrimental to the world of wrestling.
Yeah,
It
and
could.
that too, and the fact that, if TNA as an entity disappears, then there is a lot of great go back footage that you could end up missing. A lot, especially if the company folds completely. A lot of stuff maybe their YouTube channel would shut down. That would be bad because they have a lot of great matches on there. Stuff like that, and it's a thing that, despite that nowadays TNA isn't looked at as the greatest thing going, but they have a lot of history. They have over 10 years of history.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of wrestling moments that will be lost if TNA folds.
Yeah. Well, and we don't want to see TNA go.
No, we just want to see TNA get better.
Right. We started this with acknowledging that we rag on TNA all the time. We don't do that out of a place of hate. We do that out of a place of love, and we want them to be better.
Because we remember when TNA was good, and right now they're just not at a very good spot.
Yeah,
and I don't want to lose them completely.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody does. And on the topic of losing things and people, WWE had announced, and so did he on Twitter, the coming to terms at the end of the contract of Ricardo Rodriguez.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but I understand. He wasn't let go because they didn't let him go. He asked for his release. He didn't want to renew his contract. He wanted to do other things, and so I'm glad that there's still good terms between WWE and Ricardo. I'm excited to see Ricardo do something. Where that is, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's hard telling whether he's going to pursue wrestling somewhere else or if he's going to, he could try movies, music, TV, or just something else in general.
Yeah.
Keep us posted, bro. Ricardo Rodriguez.
Ricky Ricardo?
Ricky Ricardo Rodriguez. People love alliteration.
We've said that on an episode before.
Yeah, I can't remember something like a lot of bees in it or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember. If you remember what it is, put it in the comments below.
Yeah. But that's it.
Beehive?
No. That doesn't have a lot of bees in it.
No, stupid. Oh, Thomas Wolfe, everybody.